Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Carpetania Campaign. Last time, we managed to fight a trio of enemies and actually successfully this time get a trio of annexations, securing a large number of noble prisoners and a lot of territory that we have to now take a pretty close look at given just all the new stuff that's been added to the nation. But one thing to note right off the bat is a change to the timeline when it comes to how I'm going to approach Orcadia. I was debating lowering my levy and recovering some war exhaustion, recovering some manpower, preventing the levy from actually draining this 210 manpower, but I realized that my claim on Orcadia, which will be ready on the 1st of August, and Orcadia, given that I just annexed their one ally, currently diplomatically isolated, I actually think what I should do is just rush for them, bring the momentum of my army being raised with me, because the army would not probably be ready to go by the time the Orcadia claim was ready to go. Not even worry about bringing my allies with me, just surround and punish Orcadia from all sides. I can literally approach their capital from two different directions, which is always handy, so this should be a pretty free war, all things considered, as long as they don't pick up a powerful ally unexpectedly within the next couple months. We're going to bank on that happening and essentially prepare to attack them and actually keep our maintenance going, all that stuff. Possibly lower fort maintenance. It might be doable if we are... I'll keep it on until the war is about to start, and then if I see that they have an ally, I'll have to reorganize my positioning, and if they don't have an ally, we can just go in completely freely. I'll turn fort maintenance off, because the whole point would be I'd kill their army super quickly and not have to actually have my forts play a role in the Orcadia War. And after the Orcadia War, we would then go ahead and take a more sort of thorough break from warmongering and actually build up manpower, build up resources for the long-awaited River Tagus coalition war and all that would entail. But first thing I'm going to do is actually abandon my alliance with Carpetania. They are now firmly on the chopping block, given that I'm splitting the Ilir Cawonia province with them now, and their use for me is now fully behind them, so let's go ahead and dissolve this alliance. Going to maintain my alliance with Topolia once again for the same reasons I have in the past. They're going to be a helpful strategic partner for the war against the Tagus League. Possibly Celtica might be better. Celtica just won a war against whoever their neighbor to their west was. I don't remember exactly who that was. But Celtica actually I think is on two different... No, they're still just within Lusitania, so they're not getting that advantage. And in terms of pop size, 138... If I'm not getting the pop advantages right now, then I don't think they are either. Either way, I think that Celtica could be a good alternative to Topolia. Let me take a look and see who the Tagus War would actually entail at the moment. So if I were to attack Corencia, who I do have the claim against, they would bring in Calentiencia, and then their league would be Caluria, Ige, Detania, and Deniquia. So actually, possibly Topolia and Celtica could be a good alliance partnership. The alternative would be somebody like Bletinicia. Now, this would get very complicated when it comes to trying to secure provincial capitals and maintaining my occupation over my allies' occupation. So that's another thing I have to think about. But I think for now, I'm just going to go with one ally, possibly even switch stances. That might be not a bad idea. That being said, I think since I'll probably want two allies for the Tagus War, I'll stay on neutral stance and just go with just one ally for now. Topolia is essentially a legacy ally that I don't want to take the effort of rebuilding a relationship with. I don't think Topolia is going to get declared on in the next couple years that I'll keep them as an ally, because that's the one issue with keeping an ally they don't need immediately, is they could get declared on and drag you into a war. I could always decline the call to arms, and then the alliance breaks like that. We'll see what happens with that, but either way, we're going to keep our army raised now. They've been kind of battered around, and they're in a very weird shape just because of all the damage that they took in that attack on the town of Hibera. So what we're going to do is, I think that they all have their things set already, so let's disallow attachment from whoever it was that was... There we go. So now they're all unattached. Oh, no. Don't do that. I guess we could hire mercenaries for this war. Probably not a good use of our money, though. I don't think this will be called for. All right, so let's go ahead and get these guys organized. We've got 12 armies. It's going to be super messy. let's head on over here to Inferioris. Let's see, 15, where are we at right now? 15. Actually, let's head to Bea Superioris just for the higher supply limit, then we'll reorganize ourselves over there. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and do a couple things right off the bat. So we have a lot of characters that are in prison. We're going to get some serious tyranny right now, but it will go towards a good cause, that being the construction of a city in Toletum with our nice and unexpected new reduction in cost. Still not entirely sure why this was changed. I looked through the episode again, and I couldn't find any moment where the cost should have been changed. Maybe because we're over 50 centralization. That's the only thing I can think of that happened in between when I looked at that last and it was 350 and when it was 250. But I don't remember that being the threshold. I thought that leaving the tribal stage was the threshold. Maybe 50% centralization sort of considered de facto leaving the tribal stage. Who can say? Anyways, let's do some slavery. That was not a good trade. Whoops. Let's do some smarter slavery than that. So we're going to release you, sell you, release you. We're going to release you. Well, hold on. Maybe I should just sell them if I'm really trying to make money here. Nah. I gotta be a little careful with tyranny. Now, keeping in mind that as a republic, tyranny is a much, much bigger issue than when you're playing as a monarchy, so this is my chance, essentially, to be a little flippant with my tyranny levels. Maybe I should have set 7.5 as my limit for this round, but whatever. We're making calls already, so we're going to proceed. Oh, man, we're definitely going to release you. Okay. As for you, we're going to sell you. Release you. Release you. Oh, definitely sell you. Oof. Sell you. Sell you. Sell. Yeah, we're gonna get there. This will be fine. I'll sell you. Sell you. Release. And release. Alright. That should be everybody. Scroll through these messages. All right, 247. We're just about there, but we're gonna probably destroy a building or two as we look at our new territory. Now, so over here we've got no buildings. We have some farming settlements down here. That's pretty nice. We're gonna have to move our slaves around too. We're gonna have to do a lot of economy management now. Now we've got ourselves Pons Rugio. This is actually a pretty good spot for a long-term city. It's on the river, it's plains. This particular province doesn't really have a lot of other great spots. It does line up with Toletum quite nicely, and that is worth something to be sure. This get moved? Oh god, it did. We gotta move this back. Can I move this back? Oh man, this can be so much loyalty. I don't like that this is down in 4. Why does it always do this? This is one of those game mechanics that I've never been able to understand, why it just flippantly moves the provincial capital around against your will out of your fortified spot. It makes establishing any kind of fortified capital, provincial capital, in a place that you're going to add more territory to, it makes it so risky. And it just seems to happen completely randomly. I think I can only safely do this if I'm prepared to switch this to harsh treatment. Would that even be enough? No. Let's see here. These Celtiberians, yeah. I gotta take some actions here. Yeah, I'm gonna start to have some pretty serious... this is the thing, too, is my expansionism is gonna have costs if I don't keep the provincial loyalty in check. I'm gonna start to have serious problems in these places if I don't take some serious actions here. I'm not going to be able to relocate the capital right now because of that, but fortunately, this frontier It is protected by the fort, sort of indirectly, and this frontier is not going to be a frontier for my wars anytime super soon. It is sort of near Okadia, but I'm not going to go after Lasonia because I have a truce with them. Probably still. And I have a longer truce with Seditania, so should be okay. I think I will also switch this to harsh treatment. It's not going to fix it, but it will start to stabilize it. Over here, just flatly got to switch this to local autonomy. That is fine. Down here, yeah, local autonomy. Oh, it's open, yeah. And over here, oh god. This one may have to go straight to harsh treatment. It's pretty high up. Let's go to local autonomy for now. Do I not have enough for the city now? Hold on. I may have just... No, it's 62. Wait, was it 62 before? I think it was. Okay. But we can't do any more policy changes, because then we won't have enough for the city. Anyway, so Pons Rugio is a totally fine spot for this fort right now, is what I'm saying. Whether or not this ends up being the permanent provincial capital here in Lobetania will kind of depend. I think, something that gives fort coverage that lines up with the mountains would be kind of nice. Honestly, Kaput might be slightly better. It actually also does have zone control coverage with Toletum, and it lines up with the mountains a bit better, and it's also a plains tile on the river, and it's a little more central in the province, and it also lines up with Satalikia, so this actually does settle it. I think Kaput is going to be our provincial capital. I think I may switch it right now and actually just to rebuild the fort, but then actually I won't have enough money, will I? Okay, well, Kaput is going to be our long-term capital spot for this province. We'll return to it later as possible. Over here, we're going to take a bunch of territory for this province, so we're not going to even try and manage the provincial capital here. It's going to move around. This fort in Lobeton can be destroyed. It's not going to be necessary. The fort here in Beia Desolata should cover us there. And let me actually go through and make sure there aren't any more buildings I think I should destroy. I may also wait to move slaves until I have some more money. I also have enough money to do the city now. I'm going to get the city building going right now just so that the resources are locked up in it so I can't accidentally spend it. Let's found a city in Toletum. Didn't think I'd be doing it quite this early, but surprisingly I am able to do it with the reduced amount of cost. Again, not entirely sure what's causing this. Let me know in the comments if you know why the cost seems to have been reduced a little out of nowhere. Let's found a city in Toletum. It says buildings will be torn down, but this is just settlement, or this is a settlement-only building, so like mines and barracks and whatnot. Fortresses and ports do not get torn down by this, unless InWeek has changed it. But in my test games, I don't remember that happening at all, so should be fine. Found a city in Toletum. Let us do it. All right, that should be done in 470. So before my 470 omen is picked, so that is kind of handy. All right, back over here. No buildings here. Up here, we do have ourselves a provincial legation. Not the worst building in the universe for a tile like this, honestly, but I think I'd rather have the money right now. We can always rebuild this later. This is very much we're swimming in money and can build slightly extravagant builds. We do have a slave estate up here. I think I'll probably destroy slave estates as I find them, just because that's a bit more slave micro than I need, because you need more slaves to get resources out of slave estates. Right over here, we have got some territory to look at as well. Got ourselves a farm settlement. We'll leave that there. Also, Arrakis is fine as the provincial capital of just these two spots. The proper provincial capital for Editania will probably either Arce or Sebalakai. The provincial capital of Ilir Kawona may actually stay as Etobessa. I don't like that it's not on the river, but I think I'd rather have a plains city than a hill city. Yeah, the minus 2% civ level is something I'm kind of concerned about. That being said, having the dice penalty compounding with it being a fortified city could be kind of nice. And maybe I've been a little too harsh about hill cities, because this is otherwise a phenomenal city spot. It controls the river. I also got to remember that I've got this side of the river as well. So this will stay here because this is fortified. I don't know if this spot will remain the provincial capital of Carpetania permanently, but for now, obviously, this is the extent that I can work with. Anyways, this would also, given that zone of control doesn't extend across the river, this would also line up with, where does it line up with? It doesn't quite line up with Baia Desolata, but it would line up with Arce. Actually, Arce is not on the river. I think I'd rather have, that's a different province entirely. Can't say for sure. I'll come back to that later, but I think for now, is there any reason that this should be more of an internal river spot? I guess Seditania could be an okay spot, but that, it lines up kind of badly with Baia Desolata, so I'm not so sure about that. Kelsa might be a better spot. It's a crossing, so important to control. It's on the plains. It is a plains. It's on the river. It lines up better with Baia Desolata, so I kind of like that. And let's see. Yeah, I think I prefer Kelsa, but I don't control Kelsa at the moment. So Kelsa will probably be my Ilir Caonia provincial capital. We'll return to that later. For now, we'll leave it alone. None of these spots should be in danger, so we're going to not build any forts anywhere. That would probably be unnecessary. I will destroy the port here, though. If I need a port there because it's a city later, I can just build a port when I have the money for it. For now, though, we are in a building, destroying spree. We're going to leave the mines here because it gives us a surplus. We won't move slaves, though, quite yet. Leave that alone. And then up here, we've got ourselves a farm settlement. We'll leave that there. Okay. That's all of our new territory. Got ourselves some money again, so that's pretty good. And I think, what's next? We have a lot of tyranny. One nice thing about the tyranny is it does increase our aggressive expansion reduction and also our national slave output. The loyalty malus is actually pretty low. I don't remember tyranny affecting loyalty this little at 10 tyranny. I think Invictus may have rebalanced this, because I remember from the Carpetania campaign a whole period where I had really, really high tyranny and my loyalty was sort of out of control. Or I guess my disloyalty was out of control. Speaking of which, we do have, as one of our governors, his loyalty's okay. It's just near the verge. I could also go for Invoke Devodio. Yeah, because I don't have the Malice right now. And this would help with the war exhaustion. I think I will go for it. Yeah. A little bit more tyranny is okay, and I need to slow down the war exhaustion. War exhaustion is much, much more of an issue than tyranny. That should be fine. All right. All that being said, I think we're looking fine. Right? We're just going to move this back once we're able to. I really need to get some granary fires in Celtiberia Septentrionalis, because this is quite bad. We also need to readjust our governors, because this guy's kind of corrupt. If I could get somebody who boosts provincial loyalty or something like that, I don't think any of the governors are going to do exactly that. But someone like this with just could be kind of nice. That being said, a really high finesse character would be great. Honestly, the local fort defense for the region of here, I think I've been too concerned about this because Aramed has been a character I've kind of passed over because of this modifier. I don't think it's going to be decisive, and 11 finesse is 11 finesse, so I think I'm going to assign Aramed over here. This is definitely a finesse boost. This has to... Oh, she changed it. Oh, God. Oh, no. I forgot that that's going to happen. Did she do it all? Oh, no. She did it in both. Oh, this one, too. Oh, no. Aramed, you monster. Why'd you do that? Oh, God. Over here as well. I have to spend so much PI to fix that. Oh, that was a huge mistake. I mean, fortunately, none of these places are on the verge of rebellion, but that was a serious misplay if I was closer. Okay, yeah, I need to remember that that's going to happen. Yeah, that's why I don't change governors as often as I should. They constantly reset it to acquisition wealth. I mean, sure, that's realistic to the time period, but kind of annoying that happens, not going to lie. All right, so culturally, we've now got ourselves a couple Editanians, but lots of Ilir Coonians, which means that we can go ahead and get a colony set up over there. Lots of Celtic... hold on. Lots of Carpetanians around here. No, this is Celtiberian. Never mind. I was misreading it. Okay, never mind. Okay, so where's it going to set as my colony? Honestly, I mean, this is the one issue, too, of not having the spots, like, figured out yet, is I want to put the colony in like, a permanent spot. What's it going to select right now for the, for these guys? Etobessa. It's not a terrible spot. I mean, here's the thing, right? I think I would rather have a hills city because it is on the river's mouth. Because that's a big popular... Because here's the thing, too, right? If this was between farmlands and hills, farmlands would win because farmlands get that population bonus. But hills don't actually have a population loss. I think it's forests that do. Yeah, forests have a big one. I'd much rather get something that doesn't have the population malus. And the civ level minus 2%, it's not the end of the universe. And honestly, this is such a great spot with access to the major river and just all the other advantages. I think what I should do... but that being said, Kelsa is still a great spot. I think because fighting Ilergetia is so far away, I really don't plan to fight them anytime soon. I'm going to set up a colony in Indabilis, just because this culture here is one that I don't think there's any other spots I'd want to found a colony with, so I think I'll move this over. Be a little careful about that, but let's see if it updated automatically. I think it may actually do that. Hold on. Nope. All right, I'll have to wait. And anything else I need to do before I unpause here? I don't think so. All right, let's just walk over and then get organized and see. Yeah, we're gonna. Our army has lost around 40% of its strength from that fight, which, you know, fair enough, but that is something for us to keep in mind here. Now, I maybe should build a fort here. Let me see if the colony has been, if it's been reorganized. Indabilis, sorry, that's the right spot. So Indabilis, let's found ourselves the colony. All right. This is for the best. I've got a large population here. Now I'm going to build a fort here because of the population. Once I have money in 1 month. Okay. we will build a fort here, though. Yeah, we should destroy this fort. No, I think I'll keep that fort. In fact, I think I'm going to preemptively lower fort maintenance because I have a lot of forts active right now. That's a lot of money I can save. All right, on you go. Also, let's. Oh yeah, we can change these now. Which of these is in the worst shape? 33, 40. This one's fine. This one first, I think. Harsh treatment's so harsh, but I am... Yeah, once it's this low, I get a little bit nervous, so let's do that. And then, yeah, PI. Once more, PI is going to be a precious resource. You saw the PI that I had last episode, and you thought, wow, his PI troubles, they're over. Not so fast. This is Imperator Rome, where the political influence is never abundant for very long. That is a sure thing. All right, now we can build a fort over here. Maybe a little excessive because I'm not expecting anything here, but now I've set up a colony. Oh god, these guys are so upset. Wow, they're mad. What's the issue? I guess it's harsh treatment. I mean, I don't know what else to do here. I guess I could switch it over to... Either way, let's build the fort. Just gotta proceed. Guys with wine, yeah, that's fine. 3% efficiency. It's been worse, so I'll take it. Gotta make sure these guys get their food as well. They're currently lacking in that. Vegetables. I didn't even look at all the new resources that I got, but Definitely got some resources from that. Some resources to export, I mean, which is pretty good. At some point, I think once I take on Olcadia and kind of get this border war cleaned up, I'm going to take a longer time to kind of reorganize my internal affairs. You kind of got to do it in, you know, when you have that kind of situation figured out, because I just want to get this all cleaned up. All right, speaking of cleaning up, let's get these guys reorganized. Yeah, my manpower's tapped out once more, as expected. Yeah. May not be in a position to actually take on the Tagus League anytime soon. I guess I should have realized that would be the case. Alright, all these forces are so battered. First levy of Telekinesis. Let's have you head over there and over here. Split it sort of evenly. You head over there, and then one of the forces here with infantry, you actually should probably stay behind. I have a lot of cavalry right now. Not a lot of infantry. Alright, this will have to do. Very low on infantry right now. Mostly just because they all died in that breach attack. Alright, or that wasn't a breach attack, the assault. It was probably... Yeah, because I'm doing this war so soon after, that wasn't the right call, but I didn't realize I'd be doing this war so soon after. That was a decision I made between episodes. That's fine. Alright, so again, first of August is the day. Any allies yet? Nope. This is good, though. Do I have a truce with them? Let's just double check this. I don't think I do. No, I don't. So that is handy, at least. War exhaustion's going down. Now, even with the levy raise, that's actually kind of surprising. I thought the war exhaustion would still be an issue, but happy to see that. Alright, so I'm expecting this war to hopefully, fingers crossed, present essentially no serious issues for me. Over 20% stability, or 20 stability, that's good. Yeah, the low stability is also causing population happiness problems, that is compounding everything else. We basically sacrificed our domestic situation to pull off this gigantic peace deal and overextend in a ridiculous degree. But once we take on Olcadia, we're going to let our guys go back to the fields, turn the swords into plowshares and all that. Ah, hello. It's an alarming sound. Military tradition. All right, so there's a lot of stuff added by the mods. You can actually see all the different ones available here. Let's find where we are. Iberian and Celt-Iberian traditions. All right, let's take a look at what we got. I haven't looked at these at all, so I have to actually look at this now during the video. This actually might be pretty strong. This is one of these, a lot of the barbarian nations have a lot of economic stuff mixed into the military traditions, so that's kind of handy. Unintegrated culture group happiness will be quite strong, and the civ change is great. This also takes us down to another one that I kind of like. Get a fortress in Toiletum, and build cost and found city costs. Yeah, hell yeah. This one's okay. Nothing, oh, assault ability, that's kind of interesting. That's pretty good. That's pretty good too. What over here? Reduced war exhaustion, or rather, increased war exhaustion reduction, experience gain. Alright. This is kind of good, though. Manpower recovery speed, and all those tribesmen. I think rushing for Levantine constructions could be pretty strong. Because, obviously, I made the right call building Toletum when I did, but any more cities I want to build, having this active will be pretty strong. So far, I haven't really had, like, straight-up military disadvantages. Once we start fighting the Iberics more, we may have to be a bit more concerned about that, but so far, it's been fine. Alright. All gods are welcome. We have an open pantheon where any deity has a place and can be worshipped. Anything to just slow down the provincial loyalty nosedive will be good. All right, we're gonna have you lead this force. Fortunately, all of your tactics are still set up. Most of them are probably still pretty accurate to your unit composition. I'm not going to go through and check again. I don't think we're going to have serious trouble in this situation. 13th of July. Let us arrive. And you lead this force. Oh yeah, you're wrong. Are you leading this force? Alright. 1st of August, we will strike. Still no allies? Good. Not gonna turn our fort maintenance on then. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's go for it. Declare the war. Call in Tapolia. Why not? May as well. They haven't even. Their army hasn't even returned to their land yet. This is just a little out of control. Alright, we're pretty battered. This isn't really the kind of attack I should be making, but I'm fully committed to consolidating my gains and beginning my peace after just one more war. I can't help it. I'm sorry, I have a problem. Alright, let's go for it. Alright. Celtiberian local power, this time power actually being the correct amount to reference to, of Volcadia, have all rallied together. Okay, so not so good to defend in this war. So, okay. Let's go for it. We're probably going to run right into them, but that is fine with me. Should turn out okay. Maybe this will finish by the time this is occupied. That'd actually be kind of handy if I could destroy that. Or actually, probably keep that building if it's a farming settlement. Alright. Let's see what we got here. This is actually a pretty bad bit of terrain, but we'll see what they do. One of our clan chiefs, Eif Boa, has suggested moving some of the people of clan Mandubracius Aurosis to her rule instead. Not only would they be under a new ruler that would be more loyal to us, but she also promised to maximize the productivity of the people under her rule. Mandubracius, on the other hand, has made no such promises, yet simply moving people out of his clan's lands would be seen as an aggressive action towards Mandubracius. Okay, so we're doing pretty good on centralization. We're actually almost at 60 right now. So that's something to keep in mind. 10, I should have spent 11 PI 2 months ago. I'll fix that in a moment. I don't want to lose the 10 PI. Loyalty with Eif is fine. Mandubracius does have more loyalty, so this is the better option loyalty-wise. I also don't want to lose the money. I don't want to go into bankruptcy right this moment, so that's not the option for me. Losing one centralization normally is not something I'd want to do, but at this point, we're pretty close to the 60 we need to start that mission. I think there's no other... We have to be at 40 stability too, I think, actually, so... Either way, we're not going to start the mission or finish the mission anytime soon. So this is probably fine. I would be wrong to suggest this. It is fine. Hold on. Oh, now she's disloyal, so it just lied to me. It said she wouldn't lose that much loyalty, but I guess she did. Oh, because she's not leading a levy in the war. I don't think I calculated that. Okay. How would you like to have free hands? Let's just make that problem go away. Like I said, once we finish taking on Olcadia, I'm gonna go in and try. Oh, hold on. Try and actually sort out these problems. I think maybe I should switch this over to, because her treatment's minus 48%. I don't normally go to harsh treatment, so I think I might scale back to local autonomy. I gotta believe... Okay, that did not fix the issue at all. I gotta believe that the people will understand why I do this to them. At least now they're not furious from harsh treatment. Local autonomy should be giving them a little bit of happiness, though, right? Yeah. Oh, it's the exact same. Why does it say it like that, then? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna trust in the people of this land to get it together. Please, just chill out, honestly. There's so many Carpetanians living among you. They're happy to live in Carpetania. Why can't you be happy about it? There we go. All right, we got the fight I was looking for. I want to kill the stack, even though this isn't a fight that I have great advantages for. Not the stack what I wanted to have happen to me, but okay. All right. Oh god, which one of these is the leader? You. Where are you going? You head back that direction. We're gonna try and catch them, because if we leave them alone, they're gonna go siege one of my unpaid for forts, and it's gonna be a big mess. So let's just run after them. They're going to get it immediately and cause me a lot of problems. So try and catch them if we can. A little bit nervous they're going to reach my fort, though. If we just follow them closely... Yeah. If it's faster, go like that. Oh god, they're going straight there, I think. Let's try and catch them, though, if we can. Alright. Let's just stay there. Hold on, I'm coming to you. There we go. I'll take this fight. Again, not great terrain, but I'm just... Any chance I can to stop them from taking my forts, I gotta go for. Yeah, I really kind of screwed up my economy doing that last war. Come on. Just... For once in my life game, just tell me accurately that I'm going to reach them in that tile. Just it's not that hard to do. I believe in you. Where are they going? They're going to get ahead of me, aren't they? Come on. They got to stop to siege it for 1 month, so I should be able... Okay, we'll reach them here. What was that? Is that a river icon? Oh, please. Oh, yes. This river? Oh, yeah, we're crossing this river to get into Editania Inferioris. Oh, man. I should have known that this would be a river crossing fight. I don't know how I didn't expect that. We're going to catch some of them, at least. That's good. I had a heart attack from him. This is Topolia coming in to help out. Caught them here. It's fine. There we go. There's the stack log I wanted. And then these guys shouldn't be a threat, but we're going to catch them anyways. Can't afford any mishaps, you know. You know how it is. Lots of PI though with the chiefly the influence and then also the law change. Right, they can't even siege it, but I'm not making any risks here. I'm not taking any chances here. I'm gonna try and grab them while we can. All right, water shortage, pretty good. These guys are fighting those guys there. All right. Can I catch them here? Going to defend. They're going to get the river crossing. Ha! Sucks to suck. There we go. All right. You just come on over. We should have plenty of supply limit. I believe this will help with the fort weight and all that stuff. All right. 11 again. This is so bad. Yeah, I don't want to change it back, though. I don't want to have to deal with the downsides. I think harsh treatment should really just be an emergency option only. Here, it's totally fine because it's such a small population. Over here, it's not totally fine. 38. This one's lowering faster. You want to change this one first. Local autonomy. Improves it a little bit. It's also just a matter of waiting it out. You know, things will improve just given time. And I can also do some cultural decisions. I just want to get Alcadia taken care of and lower my levy, and then do all the infrastructure stuff, which is not very efficient. What I should be doing, if I'm trying to play this game in a sort of min-max way, is really pausing a lot more and doing a lot more min-maxing kind of even while I'm doing wars. But there's only even so much that I can do in terms of keeping focused with this game. And that level of play, which I do a lot of the time when I play this game just on my own time, I would just struggle to be an interesting commentator for that kind of stuff consistently. So gotta make pragmatic calls about what's going to make for a good video. Not that I succeed at that anyways. I try to, at least. We're at 14%. Let's just get this war over with. Oh god, there's barbarians. Oh no, this is going to be an issue, won't it? I mean, barbs aren't the worst for me. I think these are probably Iberic barbarians, right? Oh, they disappeared. Okay, I don't know. Guess I can't look at them now. There we go. Let's get this war over with. Please give me that. Once this all falls through, they should see the funny side of it, as DDR Jake likes to say. This won't be done in time. That's okay. It is what it is. I'd rather just finish the war sooner. And I can't really not take that land. There we go. Sue for peace. Take the steel. Yes. Alright, we're going to imprison their leaders and sell them as well. Celtiberian local power of Volcadia accepted our generous peace offer. Volcadian, Celtiberia, Meridionalis to Carpetania. So where did the capital get moved? Moved to Alcase of all places. Well, I'm glad I didn't start to develop wherever it was before. Yeah, definitely not the permanent spot. Is this on the river? Hold on. Nearby river. I guess it is technically touching the river, so... Baia Superioris is a pretty good spot. This lines up really well with Baia Desolata and with Pons Rugio. And it also lines up really well with Toletum. This is like a superstar spot. Yeah, this is going to be the spot for sure. Yeah, we're going to move this over. Hey, it's local autonomy already. Look at that. That's nice. It's plains. There's nearby rivers. That's what matters. All right. And we should build a fort there once we're able to. This fort can go. And let's see, anything else? No, that's it. All right, let's look at the new land as well. Any buildings for us to destroy? We've got Lapis Specularis. This region is famed for the translucent stone known as Lapis Specularis. This valuable material is easy to work with and can be both cut and split into fine, translucent sheets of any size. Lapis specularis is in demand throughout the Mediterranean, and the many mines in this area are particularly well suited to meet that demand. So can we build mines here, actually? No. Glass isn't a mining resource. We can build a slave estate, and this is the kind of spot where a slave estate would make sense, because we have a bonus to the resource production and the slaves needed for local surplus. So we'll build a slave estate here someday. Not quite right now. So I'm glad I didn't pick this as my city spot. I didn't even look at that modifier until just now. Over here, nothing to worry about. And then, yeah. All right, looks fine. And then the culture here is just more. Look at the Celtiberian blob extends this far south. Okay, so more Celtiberians around here. Okay, so with that, I think now what I should do is sell first these guys, lower the army for sure, dismantle levies. We're gonna get a lot of military experience from this. There's still a little bit of military experience. Okay, here we go. That should help the war exhaustion as well. And I think at this point things are looking pretty good in terms of all of my spots, etc. I'm glad that this didn't get moved around somehow. I guess it wouldn't have. Toletum is still being constructed. Very good. 470 for that. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and resume. All right. Okay, so we are going to chill, and the next fight I think I will go for will be the Tagus War, because I've expanded so far this direction. Keep in mind that Toletum is meant to be the center of my nation. I've really, in a lopsided way, pushed eastward when I really should be trying to control the Tagus River. But once this, the thing to keep in mind too is once the city is constructed and I can build a port here, using the river for military purposes in the war against the Tagus League will be really, really, really great. So the timing of that, oh, we can sell the glass for so much money. The timing of that is quite nice. Also, let's decrease the pay. Forgot to do that, but let's get that now. And decrease the fort pay also. Oh, I didn't even turn that off before. I literally was concerned about that, and I hadn't even lowered the pay. Oh, we'll do it now. That's fine. Small micro mistakes, but I mean, if we look at where we are, it's not even 470, and this is the state of Carpetania. Clearly, these small micro mistakes aren't really adding up substantively to a huge loss in progress. And I'm not really making huge micro mistakes when it comes to, or even small micro mistakes when it comes to the war stuff. It's more so the domestic stuff. Miraculous recovery. I guess Mandubrachius had, he had Mantagra for the last 20 years or so. I guess not quite 20 years, but for a long time. That is fine. Aeromed is disloyal. Let's see here. Or she's almost disloyal. This is the character that I assigned. So really, you're already having loyalty problems. I guess you are deceitful. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I could give her free hands. Sell the cloth. Who am I giving free hands to? Any governors got free hands? Is there a way to check this through here? No free hands for you. Your loyalty is totally fine. Alright, let's do a full review of our nation right now. Just take a look at the situation. So, by far, the most people in my nation do live in Tarraconensis, which is where most of my conquering has just been. Understandably, I mean, if you look at just the part of Carpetania that extends here, it's a pretty substantial amount. So, in Contestania, my home region, let's look at it like this. Actually, it's too hard to see like that. In Contestania, let's go back to that. My home region, it shows it here. We have got ourselves loyalty issues under control. Yeah, this is all fine. This doesn't matter. There's just 2 spots, so I'm not going to worry about this one. Carpetania obviously is fine. I might change this one, honestly, in Carpetania. I might switch it... Let's see here. But we have a lot of slaves here that we need to redistribute. So much economy stuff to do. It's probably too early to set to cultural assimilation. I need to be a bit more secure domestically before I start doing assimilation. I guess Carpetania would be a fine place to do it in, though. If we take a look at Carpetania, culturally speaking, it's 70% Carpetanian, but we do probably have a lot of non-Carpetanian slaves around here. And especially once Toletum is a city, we want to make sure that we got a big population for it. In fact, I might move some tribesmen into Toletum just to sort of bulk it up ahead of it becoming a city. And they may also be able to sort of promote into freemen or citizens. So let's move tribesmen over. Did we lose a slave from here? Oh, jeez, alright. I think it's when we colonized, one slave was moved over. Let's move a slave from Toletum. There we go. Any other resource spots that we need to fix? Up here. Oh yeah, we lost a slave from there as well. To Chris. Move that over. There we go. We should be able to sell that stuff now. Anyways, let's move some tribesmen while we're still allowed to, while we are a tribe. Tulsia we need to bulk up, though, because it has only 1 tribesman. Move a tribesman from Pilinicoria. There we go. Right, over here. Picus Camarius, let's bulk that up as well. Okay, let's see here. Keep in mind that this is 5 gold to do this. Move one over, and then Toletum. Let's move some tribesmen over for sure. Alright. That's fine. I think I want to get to 10 population in Toletum. Let's move some more tribesmen over. Two. Three. A lot of tribesmen. They're gonna run out of money moving all these tribesmen around. That is fine. This is for the greater good. Because these tribesmen will eventually promote out of being tribesmen with all of my bonuses to pop promotion. Alright. And after the monthly tick, we'll do 1 more movement of a tribesman. We're just setting, this is all just economic setup. This will pay off later on. Alright, then move them from there into Toletum when we're able to. Okay. This fort here in Sagantia may not be necessary as well. given that this won't... Well, this will be a city someday. I am paying for this fort, though. I think I'll keep it there just to remind myself that that is a planned city spot, because it has great internal coverage. It does overlap a little bit with Baia Superioris. I think in light of Baia Superioris, is there a better spot around here? Probably not, and honestly, I think my fixation on internal forts, especially away from my, what do you call it, my frontier, is not very necessary. If I have people roaming around my interior within my fort wall on the outside, that will be an issue. That being said, I don't really have a perfect line of forts on my frontier established yet. We're very far away from that. Where's my fort map mode? It's on here somewhere. Here it is. You can see there are gaps, and so this is an important part of my barriers. You can see I've not fortified my new stuff very much yet, so I'll leave it for now, but acknowledging that it is not meant to be there permanently. Also, need to start making some changes around here. Things are improving a little bit, but this is now getting a little worrisome. I might need to actually switch this to harsh treatment again, or do some cultural stuff with the Celti or the Iller Cavodians. I think I will actually do that right now, though. Yeah. Desperate times. They're also mad about the conquest, which, fair enough, in this part too. Oh, I got trade stability, though. Oof. I'm not prepared to do that. I have so little stability. I need 40 stability, too, to reform. I'm not going to worry about that part, though. Oh, man. Having an economy, this is just the hardest. I don't want to go into unstable government mode, so we're not going to do that quite yet. But once we're above 25 stability, we'll go back to that anyways. Let us switch this. This one's a little better because I've controlled this for longer. Local autonomy. Yeah. How are we doing overall? It's mostly local autonomy. Oh my god. Oh wow, 0.93. Jeez, okay, I gotta fix this one ASAP. I didn't even notice this one. It's only 2 spots, but I guess it is technically a city. Yeah, the revoked city status is upsetting them too. Also, notice the summer modifier. This is what I mean about food in this mod. Food is a lot more important, and during summer you get so much food. Alright, let's continue along. Next month we'll move some more tribesmen into Toledo. Probably one more tribesman, probably all that we can afford right now. Manpower's up to 3,100, so that's pretty good. But keeping in mind most of our people in our nation aren't of Carpetanian heritage, it's going to not grow very fast till we start assimilating. Then it's going to grow like crazy. That'll be great. But at the moment, we've definitely outpaced our military power with our land size. We look a lot more impressed. Oh, hello. Hello, Carthage. I'm noticing that you're not controlling North Africa yet. That is surprising. I would have thought they'd have this under control by now. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't look at Carthage. That's only inviting trouble, honestly. What was I doing? Moving a tribesman to Toletum. Moving them from Pilonicora. I think I'll switch this to be cultural assimilation. All these tribesmen here. Not all of them are going to be of Carpetanian heritage. And they will be promoting in the background. Yeah, they're working on it, getting some freemen and whatnot. So once this is a city, we're going to definitely get a lot more freemen and citizens and even maybe nobles showing up in Toletum. We've had a very kind of minimalistic capital situation throughout this game, but again, once it's a city and once we have more population there, things will start to look up, which will be handy. Right, war exhaustion is steadily decreasing. This is pretty fine. Fortress is done up here. That's good. Yeah, this is probably an extravagance I don't need, but I will stick with my decisions I've made. Alright. Things here are slowly improving, but what we really need is to do some of those cultural decisions. Should have probably saved some stability knowing that that would come up, but oh well. Unfortunately, that decision doesn't cost stability, it just requires a flat 40 stability. It doesn't cost any stability, though, to unlock. And it adds the mission to the pool. We don't need to do the tribal reform. I guess it's 60. Yeah, I knew that it was 60. Okay. That's totally fine. We are making some serious money here. Oh, I might I'm kind of tempted to do lax taxes. Just to boost up the happiness. Let me see how dire things are actually looking domestically here. I'm worried about Ilir Kawonia. That's really honestly the main thing. Once it goes below 33, we're going to have to deal with... let's see here. We won't be able to do any, like... We can't manage the province directly. Are you helping or hindering things? Let's see here. Governor corruption is a problem. Oh my god. Oh, you're crafty? Did I not know that you were crafty before? Oh, jeez. And I can't replace her because they'll switch all the... I just spent so much PI switching all the things back over, and whoever I pick to replace would switch them all again. Oh my god. Oh, you're deceitful and crap. Why did I put you... Oh, jeez. Oh, this is... I literally made another mistake picking this character, even though she has such high finesse. That's not great. And her loyalty's kind of low, too, which isn't helping either. This is just such a mess over here. Why did I get this land? It looked like such a good idea to control all the land up to the river Iberus, but it's just not... It's not helping me at all. I gotta think of something here, because this is definitely not looking good. I just need to... Once I'm able to, I need to do that cultural decision to just make the Ilir Kawonians chill out a little bit, because they're just furious right now. Are they... Oh, this is probably why. They're not Druidic. This is my first large group of Iberics that I'm working with. So actually maybe having some sort of religious conversion thing over here might help a little bit too. Let's do the pop info. Conversion. It's happening real slow because there's no modifiers going on. Mismatching pantheon, deity, religion. Yeah, but cultural assimilation first is easier than doing religious conversion first. We're not in a position to switch off of local autonomy, or maybe even to stay on local autonomy. We need to go back over to harsh treatment. This is a pretty dire situation over there. Anyways. Sheesh. I'm at a loss for that one. Yeah, we're definitely not going to go to any more wars right now. We have got to get things under control domestically. This expansion, it's been super fun. I really enjoyed conquering all this stuff, but now I gotta hold it. If I take this land and then I lose it to just, you know, not being prepared to maintain it, then what right do I have to claim hegemony over Iberia? I barely control maybe like, you know, 35%, 40% of the peninsula, and I'm struggling with just large sections right now. But taking that land has definitely been a nice experience, fun experience. All right, over here, we gotta address this. This is severe. You're going... Ooh. Harsh treatment? I think because of the population... Here's the thing. This population is so high, this is why there's so much trouble. I think harsh treatment makes more sense when there's a low population, because each pop has a huge reaction to harsh treatment. So local autonomy might be better for the high population. Yeah, because each individual pop, their happiness, that bonus, it's essentially each individual pop makes that bonus have more weight. So local autonomy, it's not going to change right away, but we'll see what happens on the monthly tick when it comes to that particular situation. Almost nothing. Okay. That's not great. It did get lower, but let's hope that it gets lower further still. Whew. I mean, fortunately, no one's on the exact verge of rebelling, but it's definitely pretty dicey. Not gonna lie. Pretty dicey indeed. Don't even have a higher than 4 size anymore. That is unfortunate. Need to get some growth, get some advancement, but it's not gonna happen very soon here. 29, it is going down. How about here? 82 still. At least this is pretty high up, so that's good. I think that if it gets to 35 or below, I gotta switch to harsh treatment. I can't take chances. I guess that being said, a disloyal province, the main issue is I can't build buildings, but it's not like I can build anything around here anyways. And if they were to build buildings sort of on their own, that'd be awesome, because then that's free buildings for me anyways. I guess a disloyal province isn't the worst thing in the universe. I'm probably micromanaging this more than I need to, which could be the catchphrase of this channel. But, anyways. I wanted to wait until we hit the thing that's counting down here. Toletum. The coming of the city of Toletum. Our extension of new privileges and investments into the local infrastructure has seen Toletum grow from relative humility into a true Carpetanian city. While it still has some way to go before it can rival the great cities of her age, the past 2 years have ushered in a new era of growth and urbanization in this territory. These are the best of times. And with a new city, let's add some more people to it. Or build a port. Oh, it's so expensive. Oh, man. All right, so... But the nice thing is that we can build a port. In spots where you can't build a port, it says impossible to build a port. And here it says you need the money to build a port. So we know that port building is allowed on this very janky edge of the river type tile. So that's pretty good for our strategies. This port will be important for our future wars with the Tagus League. But look at this naval distance. Sheesh. That is kind of glitchy, but either way. I think for now, the port is a little out of our financial reach, to be sure. Now got one freeman. That's pretty good. Let's move some more tribesmen in here from Philinicoria. Just shove them all in here. Let's see here. There we go. Any more stray tribesmen here or there we can move in? Gotta shuffle some more into these low population spots, though. Yeah, move them from there. All right, there we go. Whew. Getting some population finally. And I think Carpetania I will switch to be, let's see here. It's only 64% Carpetania. I will switch this one to be assimilation. I need to start increasing my core culture size to some extent. So that is pretty good. The city of Toletum, not the city of Carpetania. The city of Toletum. I guess you could say it is the city of the Carpetanians. So that has been founded. And with that, we're going to end this episode. One of the first episodes in a couple that I'm actually able to end a little earlier after my hour sort of time goal. I'm not sure if I'll ever end an episode in the series before an hour has passed. 1 hour is the goal, obviously, but up to 70 minutes long is my hard limit. An hour is just kind of my soft limit. So thank you all so much for watching this very economy-focused episode of the Carpetania campaign. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips or tricks for tribal economy micromanagement and development. I'd be happy to hear from all of you, especially those of you with experience with Invictus, which rebalances so much that all of my economy know-how from the base game feels a little insufficient at this point. So I'm happy to get some more info from all of you. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next time.